Hey Grace kids, it is time to hang out with some bunnies. We are here on my farm. Well, actually we're in my house. My farm is outside, but I wanted to introduce you to some of my farm animals, and today we're going to start by introducing you to some of my bunnies. So if you guys are into animals, if you like animals as much as I do, this will be really fun. So I'm going to introduce you first of all to the bunnies that we have adopted. That these are like our bunnies, kind of like the Rodriguez bunnies. That's Olivia up there. That's my wife up there. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. And then we'll introduce you to some of our foster bunnies because we foster rabbits through the Indiana House Rabbit Society. So let's see. Here's Roo. Hey, Roo. Want to say hi to everybody? She does not want to say hi to everybody. What about you, Humphrey? You want some cilantro? We got you a little gift this morning, a little snack.
Roo.
Roo, come here.
Marnie.
Oh, it's good stuff. They love this. They love treats. I'm going to flip it around so you can see better. Roo is very, she's very attractive when she eats her cilantro. Welcome, everybody. If you're just joining us, we are on the farm. We are going to introduce you to some of our rabbits today. And there's Humphrey. He's our first child. We adopted him, 2 years ago. He just had his gotcha day. And this is Roo, and we've had her for about 1 year. And they are bonded, which is really special. Bunnies will bond, and that means that they become like best friends, and they love to snuggle together, and they cuddle all over the place, and they steal cilantro from each other. Roo, that's his. You gotta be nice. You gotta share. Yeah, they're having a little cilantro for breakfast. Usually their greens are for dinner. They eat a big salad every night, and then they eat pellets like these in the morning for breakfast. So Maeve says, hi, cute bunny. Do you hear that, guys? Maeve says hello. Say hi back.
Hi, Maeve.
Hi, Maeve. As we're doing this, guys, I'd love it if you guys wanted to tell me what you think. Go ahead and you can tell your parents to add a comment on Facebook, and you can talk right to me, and I'll hear what you have to say. If you have any questions, yes, they are. That's cilantro. If you have any questions, you can ask. And yeah, kids, let's talk about bunnies. So, let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, I know. Hold on. I'm gonna come back to me for just a minute. And I know that you want to see bunnies. So look, there's bunnies down here. Here they are. I wanted to say this week, we're going to do this for 3 weeks. This week, we're going to introduce you to all of our rabbits. Next week, kids, we're going to talk about horses because we actually have horses in our barn. We have 6 horses. Our neighbor is keeping them in our barn. We are letting her do that. And one of those horses is pregnant, and she's 1 week past her due date. So we're going to have a little baby horse, a colt, running around in the barn, hopefully by next week. So by next Thursday, we can go out there and I'll introduce you to a baby horse and all the other horses, and we just spend time out there. And then the week after that, we will introduce you to our chickens. We have 6 chickens, and we love them, and they're great. So, all right, let's see what you guys have to say. Yum cilantro, Sam and Julia say. That's right. That's totally right. Josie, Allie, and Juliet say the bunnies are super cute. I agree, but just wait because we have baby bunnies in the other room, and they're even cuter. No, they're not. But Humphrey, you're just as cute. Don't worry. But the baby bunnies are pretty cute. Miles is wondering, how long are their ears? That's a really good question, Miles. So get this. Some bunnies have really short ears, and some bunnies have really, really long ears. I'll show you what Roo's ears look like. Roo, can you show us your ears? Can you show us your ears? Thank you. Those are Roo's ears. Those are pretty medium. Yeah. Kind of medium ears. Some bunnies are called lops. Their ears actually go down on the sides. And Allison, I cannot believe you have this much animals. Gia wants to know how long a bunny can live. Will and Chase would like to know how old they are. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. All right, so let's see. The bunnies that we have, Humphrey is like 2.5 years old. Roo is 2 years old, I think, around there. Year and a half year old. And but bunnies can actually live as long as like 12 or 14 years
just like a dog.
Just like a dog. If they live and they eat the right things and they're healthy, they can live a really long time, which is pretty great, which is pretty cool. Good question, Will and Chase. Good question, Miles. Let's see. Abby, Eli, and Elliot want to know, how many rabbits do you have right now? Let's count them up. Let's see. We've got our two, we have 1, 2, 3 adult foster bunnies, and we have 5 baby bunnies. So that's what? Can you guys do the math? Let's see.
10.
5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10. Yeah.
Yep.
Very good.
10 in here. Yep.
Got 10 rabbits. The most we ever had at one time was 12. I think we had a lot of foster bunnies.
Yeah.
So Ava wants to know how old bunnies can get. Yep, good question. And 12 or 14 years is the answer. Addie wants to know if they poop all over your house. Okay, so let's talk about that, because if you just have 1 or 2 bunnies and they live together, they are actually litter trained. I'll show you this is Humphrey and Roo's pen. It's kind of messy right now, but you can see they live in here. That's their little hidey house. They sleep in there sometimes. And then this is their litter box, which has hay that they like to eat, and they also poop in there. But rabbits are pretty territorial, and they like to mark their territory. You know how dogs will pee on trees and things like that to say this is mine? Well, rabbits do that with their poop. And so when we started having foster rabbits in the other room, all of a sudden Humphrey started pooping towards on that side of the house. And so, yeah, they do sometimes poop in other places, but it's just because they don't want the other rabbits to get into their house. Mm-hmm. So we're doing our best with that.
They're really easy to clean up. They're little poops.
Yeah, totally. David and Silas want to say hi. Well, hello, David and Silas. It's good to see you guys. Elena wants to know, do bunnies fight over food? Well, not often, but they are really, really food driven. They really like food. So if we bring them like a banana, they go crazy, and they really want to get it. And
Should we give them some banana?
We probably should.
Okay.
We probably should. So
Be right back.
Liv's gonna go get a banana, and while she does that, I'll remind everybody who's watching that this is a Grace Kids live stream. So we've got kids from all over Grace who are tuning in to be able to see some of the animals around the farm. And Allison is asking, what are their names? So Humphrey is the one over here. He's the kind of brown one.
He came with that name.
He came with that name. That was what he was named.
Yeah.
And he is just trying desperately to get through that metal grate. He does
Humphrey,
it
come
all
here.
day. Humphrey.
Humphrey, do you want some banana?
Uh-oh. He's going crazy.
Oh, he loves banana.
He loves banana. And don't worry, if he chokes, he'll be fine. He sometimes gulps it down really, really fast.
He eats it so fast. He loves banana. His favorite is banana and watermelon.
Oh, yeah. If we have watermelon in the house, he'll come running because he smells it from a mile away.
Roo.
Hey, Roo, come here.
Roo, come here.
Come here, Roo.
Rooney. Here she comes.
Oh,
Humphrey's going to try to get her
Humphrey,
banana.
that's not for you. That's not your banana. Go ahead, Roo. You still eating your cardboard?
And she has
Sorry, guys, if it's having a little trouble connecting.
She has a little butt twitch.
Oh, this is what they do when they're really, really enjoying their butts twitch like that when they're having something really sweet.
And Hump is just trying to get in on some more banana.
That's right. Perry, great question. Perry asks, what do they eat? So bunnies, most of the day, they eat hay. They love to eat hay. So we actually have a whole box full of hay. And they love to eat hay. So it's got some little clovers in it. It's got lots of little, it's like grass, basically, dry grass. And they eat that all day long. In the morning, they eat pellets, which are really concentrated hay. And then at night, they eat a salad. And sometimes, when they're very special, we give them a little bit of fruit, like we just did. Some banana or some carrot is a treat because it's actually really high in sugar. It's kind of like eating candy for bunnies. So we can't give them too much candy. We give them just a little bit of fruit. But they love it. Ian asks, do they chew on things in the house? Yes, all the time. So they do like to chew on anything that's made out of wood or anything that's really nice and chewy. So we do have to be careful of that. But
we have toys they chew on.
We give them lots of toys. We give them toys, that little banana looking thing there, and we give them just all kinds of little things to chew on. And generally they don't wreck our house too much, which is fine.
And
so
some bunnies just live in their pen, and some bunnies can go all around the house. So these buns, they stay in their pen during the night, just like bedtime, and then they can come out during the day and just nap everywhere, all over the house. But some of them, they just stay in their pen most of the day.
Yeah. Elena asks, how high can they hop?
Pretty high.
Yeah, they can. We had to put on this extra thing right here because if they really wanted to, they could try to hop all the way out of this at night.
When we first met Roo, that's how we met her. She had hopped from one bunny's pen all the way over into the other pen. So she can hop like a good 3 feet high.
That's right.
If they want to, they can hop really high.
Allison, do they ever get lost in the house? Sometimes they like to explore, but
they like little corners, so sometimes you'll find them at home and be like, where are they?
Will is wondering how fast they run. Do they ever run away? We keep our doors closed when they're around so we don't let them out, but they can run really fast. And every morning, especially Roo, but she gets the zoomies where she has to get all her energy out, and she'll go running like right past and back and forth in our living room. Oh, yeah. It's pretty great.
She can zoom.
Yeah, Delia, the bunnies eat better than us. Yep, they do. They're pretty healthy. Mallory and Caleb have stuffed bunnies, and they would like to know, where do you get your bunnies? So that is a great question. And while we're talking about that, let's go back and meet our foster rabbits, and I'll introduce you to the other babies. We get our bunnies from the Indiana House Rabbit Society. It's a nonprofit group that basically you know how like the Humane Society rescues dogs and things? If they find a stray dog or something, they'll actually, people will adopt that dog and things like that. Well, that's what they do with bunnies, because a lot of people don't realize that wild bunnies and domestic bunnies are different. They're different animals. It's kind of like a difference between a wolf and a dog. They're totally different animals, right? If you left a wolf out in the wild, it would be fine because it's a wild animal. But if you left a dog out in the wild, it would have a really hard time. Well, the same thing is true for domestic rabbits and wild rabbits. Domestic rabbits, they don't do a very good job of surviving in the wild, except people like to think that they can, so they drop them off in parks or off in the forest or something like that. And so sometimes the Indiana House Rabbit Society captures and saves them, and then they bring them to foster homes like ours, where then we can help them get healthy and get ready to be adopted, and then they get adopted into families. So that's a long answer to the question, but that's where we get our bunnies, from the Indiana House Rabbit Society.
All these bunnies that you'll see there are foster rabbits. They will be up for...
Uh-oh. Okay. Sorry if I'm having a little... Sorry, my internet is not... I apologize. I'm going to go off of Wi-Fi because we're having some problems. Okay. All right. You should be back. Everybody see me okay? Okay. All right. So here are our foster rabbits. So this is Marnie. Hi, Marnie. It looks like a little seal, or maybe like a little cow. She's very cute and very spunky. Marnie, hi.
She's so sweet.
She's really sweet. We're still working on trust. She gets a little scared of us because she's still not sure. What was her story? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Some of these bunnies come from local shelters, and some of them come from really bad situations.
I know Arden was found
outside
in a park.
Someone had left her in a park, and so that's Arden.
That's Arden.
She's got really big ears, you can tell. So someone was asking about ears before. Arden's like, is that a treat or is that just a phone? It's just a phone. Can anyone be a foster fam is a good question.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, the Indiana House Rabbit Society actually will totally help you if that's something you're interested in. They'll help you out with all the supplies and all the stuff in the pen and everything so that you're able to foster rabbits. And we really need more foster
they're
families.
Always looking for fosters, just like the Humane Society or something like that. You can foster them even if you don't have a pet rabbit.
Yeah. How often do you clean their ears? Not ever, really, because bunnies have a self-cleaning feature, which is pretty great. They groom themselves and they lick themselves and everything like that. And so let me answer a couple more questions here. Do they try to get outside? So far, we haven't had any bunnies try to get outside. I think they're pretty happy with their life right now because
they're pretty scared. They don't like to go outside.
That's right. Right. What do baby bunnies eat? So mostly baby bunnies nurse like human babies. They drink mama's milk, yep. Which is pretty great. All right, guys. Do they know any tricks? You can apparently teach bunnies a few tricks, but for the most part, we have not learned how to do that yet. So Do they ever have to go to the vet? Yes. Although it's important to find a vet that knows a lot about bunnies, because different vets don't always know a lot about rabbits. So we use the Avian and Exotic Animal Clinic
They're
in
technically
Indianapolis.
exotic animals.
Yeah, so super exotic, basically rabbits and panthers. So, all right, guys, here is the moment that you've all been waiting for. These are the baby bunnies. Well, first of all, here's their mom.
Here's Mama.
This is Mama. Her name is Winona. Winona is super sweet. She likes being pet.
She loves
We're
to
learning
be pet.
we're learning whether or not she likes to be held and snuggled. Some bunnies do
kinda
and some
does.
bunnies don't.
Yeah, she loves attention.
She does. She does. So this is Winona. She's super nice. She's only 6 months old, but she's already a mom. Can you believe that?
Can you talk about how to pet a bunny?
Oh yeah. So here's how we pet bunnies. It's a little different than like dogs and stuff. You start from the front, and they really like to be pet on their forehead like that. That's something they really like. Some bunnies will let you pet them on their back. Some bunnies will even let you touch, like go all the way back to their rear. But some of them really don't like that, and so they just they like it more on the front. But guys, guess what? It's time. Here are the baby bunnies right over here. Oh, where are you going? You trying to hide? They like to not sleep in their pen. They like to sleep in a pile behind their pen. Here they are. These are the babies. They like to nap all the time, and they just basically go into this big pile. Oh, hi, Winona. And they just enjoy it. Oh my goodness. Hey, Winona, you're in the shot.
Hey, Mama. She loves attention.
She's like, hi, I'd like to be on the internet, please. Hello, hi.
Yes, hi, Grace.
Winona, I'm trying to. The level of squealing in my house right now is insane. I love that.
Oh.
Okay, here they go. Look, you can see. Oh my goodness, they are all just asleep. Oh, hello. Here's one right here.
There's a little baby. Hi. We love your name suggestions, everyone.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you have a good bunny name, let me know. Because
Yeah.
we haven't named any of these babies yet.
Look, self-cleaning feature. What did
we
I
gotta
say?
clean. We gotta take a bath.
Everyone's waking up. Oh, big stretch. Look at that one stretching. Oh, and he fell back asleep. That is a hardcore nap right there.
So
Oh,
see
my
how
goodness.
these ears are kind of going down. So
Mhm.
some of them, Mama, hello.
She is.
Hey,
Oh,
Mom.
and we're up. And we're up now.
Hello. Everyone's like,
They're all like,
Mom's
wait,
here, Mom's here.
is it time to feed? Bun Bun. That's a good bunny
Bun,
name
love that.
recommendation. I want to come pet them. I
Carly.
gotta tell you, it is
They
pretty
miss
great.
Aunt Carly.
Hi guys. Good morning. Rabbits are what's called crepuscular, which means they like to be really active in the morning and in the evening, but then they want to stay sleeping like
They nap
all
day.
day.
Oh, little one. Yes, we're just
a
waking
name
up.
for a bunny could be Hoppers. Thanks, Lucy. That's a great
I love
name.
that name.
Hoppers is so cute.
Such a good name.
Oh, these guys are having a scratch off. What are those black things? Which ones? These? These things are just part of this is just a giant watermelon, fake watermelon. But if
it's
you're
a
talking,
watermelon towel.
but if you're talking about well, I don't see any other black things. These little black things are like little bunny poops. But mostly, or unless you're talking about these black things, those are also baby bunny poops, but it's not a big deal. So let's see, another bunny name for Mallory, Liz.
Love it.
Love it. That's a great one. Lexi says she
Liz
needs
the
to meet
bun.
them before they get big. I agree.
I know, they're so teensy. They get even cuter though.
I know.
So.
I love them. Oh, babies. Mostly they just sleep all day. They're not very exciting, but when they get older, they start getting real cute.
Gotta wash your brother's face. We don't know if they're girls or boys yet.
Yeah, that's right. You
We'll
can't
find
tell.
that out in a couple weeks, probably.
A couple months, right?
Yeah, maybe upwards of a month.
Oh,
But
show a little leg. There we go.
But all of them thus far love to be pet and
Yeah.
held.
Bella should be the name. That's a good name. I
Bella,
like Bella.
Such a cute name.
That's really good.
Bella
Anna
the
says she
bunny.
likes the name Robin. Robin the bunny. That's nice.
That would be really pretty for one of these little brown buns.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
By the way, if you're just joining us, this is a Grace Kids live stream. We are just having fun on the farm. And right now, this week, it's all about bunnies. Next week, it'll be about horses. And the week after that, it'll be all about chickens. So here they are.
They all
This
just
is
like
the
to
only one that we
cuddle.
can really tell. His name, or her name, we call it Beardy
Barry
because
named this one Beardy this fall. are.
because
Looks like a tiny beard.
yeah, he's got a little bit of a beard, but we have a hard time telling the other ones apart sometimes. Hey, that's my finger. You can't eat that.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. Oh, I mean, and I'm gonna eat your hand. And then mom's just right here getting pet.
Like, please pet me.
So let's
Mom's
see.
like, I'm famous.
So we're asking, how old are the bunnies? So Mama here is
born
Winona
in
is
September, so
yes,
she's just 6 months.
6 months old, and
these guys were born March 16th.
That's
so,
right.
So like 2 weeks ago, you
yeah,
guys.
they're really
they're
young.
Not old at all. And look, we're cuddling with Mom. Oh, come on. Oh, Mama and baby.
Chewy for a name. That's a great name for a bunny.
That's actually so good.
Yeah, Chewy the bunny.
Because these kind of look like Chewy's coloring from Star Wars.
I can't do it.
You scared it.
There we go.
Scaring them.
Oh, excuse me. You're just going to step all over your siblings?
Yes.
How about the name Reese's? I love that.
Oh, that's cute too.
Judd wants to know if they... Oh, we're trying to nurse here and see if Mom will let them.
They flip on their back and
They flip on their back.
Nurse. And Mom's
like,
be like,
no,
no,
I don't
thanks.
think so. Not right now. Not right now. Not in the mood. Let's see. What was I going to say? Judd wants to know if they like to eat grass. Yes, they do. And actually, that's what hay is. When we give them hay, here's Winona's litter box. She eats alfalfa hay, and that's what babies like to eat, alfalfa hay. And but they also eat fresh grass, and sometimes we grow wheatgrass. We're
trying to nurse.
We're trying to nurse.
Oh, Mama's putting
It's
up
happening.
with it.
She's
too.
letting it happen.
So
Guys, this is really special. You're getting to see Mama nurse.
So they flip on their back and they try to nurse there, and Mom will usually clean them while they're doing that. It's really sweet.
Yeah, this is really special.
It says it's breakfast.
Yep.
Thanks, Mama. Oh, find your way.
Can you get a better angle?
Yeah. It's really, really sweet. They usually only do this
at night?
Once or twice a day, yeah, and usually it's at night. So Winona's such a trooper. Shout out to all the moms out there. This is what you have to deal with. You know it.
It's a miracle. It's incredible.
This is a metaphor for quarantine, too. Being a mom in quarantine.
Being a mom in quarantine is like raising 6 baby bunnies or five baby bunnies. Let's see. Anna wants to know if the bunnies lick your hands. Yeah, they do sometimes. It's really cute. Flower for a name, Nibbles for a name.
Funny story. We actually had baby bunnies a couple months ago, and one of the baby's names was Flower. We named her Flower, so that's such a good name.
This is actually the second litter that we've had in our house. Before this, we had a litter of 6 baby bunnies, and that was a lot. But now we have 5.
Just 5.
Were they born at our house, or did we get them after they were born? We got them when they were about a week and a half old, so we've only had them for...
So Winona was at, her mom and dad were both surrendered to the shelter. So Mama here, her parents were, and then she's only a couple months old, so she was also surrendered too. And she got pregnant in the shelter and then gave birth a couple weeks after. So she had these babies while they were in the shelter. So this is really, they'll live their whole lives being rescued rabbits, which is so great.
That's right.
Buttercup is
Cuddles
such
is a cute name.
Oh,
Buttercup.
Cuddles, I love that.
I like Cuddles. Pickles, that's a great name.
I know.
Elena, that's a great one.
Is that Izzy? Izzy recommended Pickles the other day too.
Oh man, that's a good one.
This is so cute.
Some Avengers fans over here, they want Hulk and Iron Man for names.
Yes, this is my person. Who is that? Oh, yes, Maddie Musimi.
Oh, my goodness. Look at these little feet just everywhere.
Oh, Cheryl's here. Hey, Cheryl.
Cheryl. So this is very special that we got to catch this live.
This does not happen.
I mean, we've only seen this happen a few times because usually it'll be like the middle of the night or something like that.
So they're all nursing right now. There's 5 baby bunnies under Mom at the same time. Poor thing.
That one's like, whoops.
What will probably happen is they'll get full bellies and then they'll pass out. And
they'll all take
the
a
rest
big
of
nap.
The day.
Yep, pretty much.
And
if you can hear it, they're all making a lot of noise.
Just like a little baby with a bottle.
And we're done. That's the end. And they're like, Mom, 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 Mom. She's done, guys. She's done.
They would literally nurse forever if they could, so Mom has to cut them off at some point. Yeah. Now they'll all just lick their lips.
Yeah.
Baby bunny.
What do you guys think? How was that?
Oh my goodness.
Are you so full?
I'm stuffed.
Grace says cheeky for a name. That's a cute bunny name.
Cute.
Cheeky, Pickles.
Chewy.
Chewy, Cheeky. I love them.
Poppers.
Oh, look, this is about to be a nap. I can tell.
We're all about to try to cuddle together here. Good girl, Mama.
So we love animals. We really do at this house. And I think part of it is because God loves animals too. And so I think we just like to care for God's creatures. If you guys are interested later today as a family, I would suggest you go and you read Psalm 104. Psalm 104 is a really special psalm all about God's creation and how he cares for creation and how he basically he's the one that gives breath to all the animals. He's the one who cares for all the trees and sends the rain. And so it's really fun to think about the fact that when we're caring for little bunnies, we're also caring for God's creation and caring for the creatures that he created. So that's part of why we do this, and it's also because we really love baby bunnies, and they're pretty great.
And all bunnies.
Yeah. So I have one question for you guys. Well, first of all, Gia wants to know how old they need to be adopted. Usually they can be adopted at about 2 or 3 months,
right
maybe?
after they're spayed or neutered, so they don't have any more complications. It's usually best for the bunny. So just like 2 to 3 months, they're ready to be adopted. So they're still really young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And then a lot of the rescues we have at the Indiana House Rabbit Society are like a year or a couple years old. Some cases even older than that. But we have a lot of young ones too. So you can really, if you're ever interested, just
let us know.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you guys, you kids who are watching, can you tell me what are your favorite animals? Like what are your favorite animals that you love? They can be animals that you can have in your house, like a dog or a cat, or even wild animals if you have a favorite, like a tiger or maybe
Elephant.
like an elephant
or a sloth.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Good one.
So what are your favorite animals? I want to know. Meanwhile, we're going to try to put the bunnies back into their litter box. Careful, there's one under there. They are everywhere. This one's like, hey, what's happening? Abby, Abby says unicorn is her favorite animal.
Oh,
Abby says
amazing.
turtles, cats, bunnies, hamsters, and leopards. My goodness, that is quite an assortment of animals.
I like how bunnies got in there.
Gia says bunnies. The begging is real, people. Yeah, sorry that we may have pushed that over the edge. I apologize. It's gonna be hard to turn that one off now.
Well, hey, you can always come to their adoption center and check them all out and pet them and stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
To scratch that itch.
That's right. You don't even have to adopt them. You can just come to the adoption center when it's back open again.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Maeve likes bunnies.
Oh, hooray.
Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to catch back up.
Alrighty.
Oh my, there's so many answers here. Okay, hold on. Let's see.
I'm going to squish all together.
Sophie says puppies. That's awesome. Jilly's sheep and orangutan. Anna says guinea pigs and bunnies. Ian asks, do they love people?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
They're just a little bit different than a dog or a cat. You just got to build up trust, but they love people. They're really social.
Yeah, and like when I'm working, Roo and Humphrey will come and just lie down right next to me because they just want to be close to you because they make them feel secure. Abby says chameleon. Maeve likes bunnies. Julia likes sloths and meerkats. That's awesome.
Whoa.
Michelle, horses and dogs. LB says kittens, bunnies, penguins, cows. That's a great list. The Hines like horses. Ava likes horses, and Andrew likes cheetah.
Then you're gonna love next week with the horses,
and hopefully with the baby horse.
The baby horse, yeah.
Lucy, not Perry the dog. Oh, you're not your favorite animal. Is not Perry the dog.
No, definitely not. All of them, but Perry the dog.
Zion likes goats. Well, guess what? Someday we really hope that we can have goats here on the farm. We don't yet, but someday we hope to.
Yes.
Pandas, horses, and dogs. Will's is a dragon. From Luke, rabbits, dogs, and cats.
Nice.
It's a good solution. LB is begging, but I don't think that would work with 2 dogs and 2 cats already in the house. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty crowded house.
And they can get along, rabbits can get along really well with dogs and cats. It just depends on the dog and the cat.
Yeah, you got to make sure to find
depends.
a dog that's not going to want to, chase him around.
Yeah.
Bunnies are my favorite animal now, says Ian.
Oh,
yay. Love it.
I love this new generation.
Yeah, this new generation gives
With
us
the
hope.
bunnies.
Okay, the conkles. Big sis says cat. Audrey says red panda. Little sis says bunny. Levi says red fox. Whoa,
Ooh, cool.
those are good ones.
Oh,
Oh, Roo, how'd you get in here?
how did you even get over here?
That's not good. Rue somehow found her way into
What are you doing here?
the foster room house, which is fine because she's super gentle. We're not worried about it, but she's definitely not allowed in here.
What are you doing in here?
Lucy says black bears. That's a great one. Oh, sweetheart. Hi. Oh.
Honey bun.
Anyway. All right, folks. Well, I think we're about to wind it up right now. And
Everyone's about to take a nap.
that's right. It's nap time here in a minute after these babies wind down. And then next week, 10 o'clock on Thursday, we'll be out there in the barn with the horses. And the week after that, we'll introduce you to our chickens. It's going to be pretty great. So, you guys, thank you for coming to our farm. And we will see you guys next week. And, how far do they jump? Ian wants to know, how far do they jump? They can jump pretty far, pretty high. And sometimes they jump when they're really happy and excited, which is very cute. So, all right, from all of us at the Rod Family Farm, I'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everyone.
Love you, bye. Love you guys.
Love
See you later.
you.
Bye.